Today, we're having another look at success and what does success actually mean? Where does it come from? How does it empower you? How do you find it? And where did it begin in your life? So, for me, success has never been about the money and about the fast cars. It's much more about fulfillment and finding the place in my life that I wanted to achieve. So, today I've got Emma Louise with me. So, thank you very much for joining me.
Thank you. It's a pleasure, Angela. Thank you so much.
Well, before we find out a little bit about what you do, tell us what your view of success is.
So, success for me is being happy in what you're doing, just being fulfilled and living your life purpose, that thing that you get up in the morning for, and you can go to sleep with a smile on your face, knowing that you've done the best that you can do.
Yeah, I think if you can, like you say, if you can go to bed and just feel satisfied that you've achieved that best thing, whatever it was, and that can be different, can't it, every day, depending on how you're feeling that particular day.
Absolutely. And I'm one for to-do lists, and it can be this long or it can be this long, and I get different amounts done all the time. But if I can get some things ticked off and feel good about it, that's the main thing.
So, who do you work with, Emma?
So I work with people that are in recovery from addiction because it can be so overwhelming with you've got to do this and you've got to do that. And just finding a path for them because everyone's different, everybody's an individual, and that's why success looks different to us all. So I work with them and their loved ones and family as well.
And what does success look like for them? What sort of things do you help them achieve?
Success, there's so many different stages in recovery. Success initially can be that reaching out for help because that can be so difficult. That's a massive achievement. Another really big success is getting clean. And that is when the real hard work starts. So you feel like you've got this big new lease of life, but then your feelings, emotions, and everything comes back into the running. Relationships, finances, all those things you are hiding from, suddenly you have to face. So success can be just getting up in the morning and facing a day every day.
So, for some people, a huge step for someone you're working with, somebody else might not recognize how big that is. But because of what they've been through, like even just a small step can be massive, is what you're saying.
Absolutely. That things such as just going into a shop where they used to buy their alcohol can be so daunting. Facing people that they used to drink with or their neighbours. People carry a lot of misplaced guilt and shame, and it can be difficult to work through. So just
Mm.
facing everything that you went through while you were drinking can be huge steps. As little as getting up at 7 o'clock in the morning, if you always got out of bed in the afternoon, making yourself a cup of coffee, that's massive. Brushing your teeth for some people. These small things can make a big difference to the well-being and get you even further up that ladder of success.
So, how do people work with you? How do they find you?
So I run a coaching program and my website is evolve-recovery.co.uk or email is emma@evolverecovery.co.uk. And it's just a case of getting in touch. And as I said, that one step of just reaching out and saying, I need help, can be one of the biggest steps you're taking the whole year.
Because it must be quite a lonely journey for some people. So, having somebody like you at their side, I can imagine, is a huge encouragement.
One of the big things that actually stop people going into recovery is that they'll have to face what they've been avoiding. So it can be really difficult to talk to loved ones or anybody close that have they feel that are just going to turn around and say, you brought it on yourself, you should just stop drinking. All these things don't help. they just give people more reason to stay in that dark gloom of addiction. So speaking to somebody independently who's been through it, because I went through it for many years, and who understands, can really help you release those emotions and open up and start getting off your chest why it's finding out why you started in the first place. That's the main thing, and that can take a while to, it's not as obvious as some people think.
Now, thank you for sharing that. If you're watching us and you're going through something on your own at the moment and you don't even know where to go to for help, you don't even know if you can, maybe if you've got the courage to ask for help, then don't stay there on your own. Reach out to Emma. Her details will be shared below this video. And I can just tell by talking with her, I'm sure you can, that she is there to help and support you, not because she's read lots of books or done lots of training courses, but because she's been there. And having somebody to walk alongside you that's been there, that has the empathy that you need, that will walk alongside you as you find your own journey to success, to recovery, then do reach out. Please don't stay on your own. That's the worst thing that any of us can do. There's help and support out there for you. So thank you very much, Emma, for sharing all of that.
Thank you so much, Angela. You put it perfectly. Thank you.